February is the shortest month of the year, but truly this month feels like it's gone by so quickly. I feel like I was only just filming my February reset the other day, and now we're filming the March one. So let's start off this video by going and doing some goal setting and planning some intentions for March. If you watched my last reset video, you might have seen that I only just discovered Notion. I've seen lots of people talk about it, but I'm just a little bit late to jumping on the bandwagon, and oh my gosh, it's kind of changed my life when it comes to the organization game, because you can literally put everything on there. This isn't sponsored, but wow, I've had so much fun going through and creating almost like a dashboard, which has hyperlinks to a bunch of different pages. It's so customizable as well, which I love. You can make it really, really aesthetically pleasing. So I'm going to try and use this a lot more moving forward instead of just sitting down and like writing everything. So this is what my little dashboard looks like. I've called it my life planner, which is going to be like my hub for everything. And at the top here, I've got stuff that I want to see every single day. So if I click on my daily brain dump, I plan on having just like a daily planner embedded into that. Then I've got my to-dos, which I can add, some reminders for the day. And then below here, we've got a few different categories. We've got life, daily, finance, and work. And then under these, I've created a bunch of different pages. So for example, if I click on habit tracker, it takes me to this page, and this is just like a template that I've pre-downloaded, so I need to edit this, but I can go in and add my own habits and stuff. So I'm gonna spend some time doing that. This just like gets me so excited because I love this kind of thing. So yeah, this is what I've come up with so far. Then down here we've got my calendar view, which I'll fill out in a bit, and I'm just gonna write down like key dates and things. So I think that will be cool, so I can see my month at a glance. But right now what I want to do is go into my monthly goals and just have a look at what I wrote for myself in February. Okay, so first of all, I have my habits here, and I said I wanted to do no phone for the first hour when I wake up, which I'd say I kind of did, give or take. Daily journaling. I definitely did this a lot more because of the journaling club that I created, but I didn't do it daily. Posting daily Instagram stories. Didn't do this either. Reading before bed. Yep, I did that. Creatine and BCAAs daily. Yep. And then cleaning the house each night before bed. Didn't really do that. Personal goals, I said start second acting course. I'm starting that next week, which is at the end of February, so tick. Go to Pilates once a week. I definitely didn't do this. I did it probably like twice. Do my gym program 3 times a week. Yep, I did that. See a gyno about my periods. I didn't do that. Spend quality time with my grandma. I did that. So she's currently visiting from England. So that was like really nice to spend time with her. And then I said evening yoga class once a week, which I didn't do. For career goals, I said release Secret Project 1, which I did, which is the journaling club, which I released at the start of the month. Finalize Secret Project 2. No, haven't finalized it. Still got a bit more to do. Relaunch podcast. This is pretty much all ready to go, but I've decided to launch in March instead, just because I don't want to rush it, but it's pretty much all good to go. Post daily on TikTok. I didn't do daily, but I did most days. And finally, I said look into acting project / agency, which I definitely did do. So I feel like I achieved like 50% of them, which is kind of interesting. But now I'm going to go back into my monthly goals page, and I'm going to create a new page for March. I've just spent a bit of time going through and creating my habits, personal goals, and career goals. So what I have for habits for March is 8 hours of sleep each night, no phone for the first hour, read 30 minutes of a personal development book each morning. I've been doing this lately. I'm rereading Atomic Habits at the moment, and I want to keep up this habit. The next habit is journaling. Then we have my gym program 3 times a week, Pilates once a week, and then I want to do 12, 3, 30 twice a week. I've recently started doing this sometimes, and I'll kind of like make it my own, honestly. But pretty much it's this thing where you walk on the treadmill on an incline of 12 and you walk for 30 minutes, and it's at 3 miles an hour. But obviously in Australia, we go by kilometers. So I'll usually put it to 4.5 instead. And honestly, you burn a sweat. It's intense, but really, really good. And then I just want to plan my day each morning, and I want to use Notion for that. For personal goals, I've got create 2 self-tapes, go for a weekend away in my car. I'll talk more about this in like a future video, but I really want to try and like convert my car into a minivan. That's a little goal of mine, and I think it'd be fun to go away for a weekend in it. Then I've written down do 10 chin-ups with 1 band. At the moment, I can do about 6 with one band, but then yeah, I'm exhausted after that. Then we have read 2 personal development books. I've also got practice my American accent for 1 hour per week. So I'm actually doing an American accent course with Jessie next month at our acting school. So that's gonna be really fun. So I wanna like keep practicing it. And then I've got dress more for my body shape. And this is something I've only recently started thinking about for some reason, but I really wanna start like picking out clothes that I think suit my shape and not just because I like the look of the clothes, because even though some clothes look nice, they might not suit my body. So I really want to pay attention to picking clothes that enhance my shape. For career, I've got relaunch the podcast. I want to do a photo shoot for the podcast and we'll also get some headshots as well. Then I want to reach 40K on TikTok. That would be amazing. And I want to finalize my second secret project, sign with an acting agency, and have a successful money mindset month for the journaling club. So the theme for the journaling club for March is going to be money mindset, and I just hope that everyone who joins enjoys it, and I hope it's a successful month. So if you guys want to join the journaling club, I'll have a link in my description box. It's a YouTube subscription, but we communicate mainly over on the Facebook page, and pretty much each month we pick a new theme. Last month's theme was self-discovery. In March, it's going to be money mindset, and I give you guys a bunch of prompts to do in your own time based around that theme. You also get a bunch of affirmations, quotes, and it's kind of like a podcast, honestly. Like I just sit down and talk about my thoughts, and then the whole idea is that we hold each other accountable throughout the month. So it is a monthly YouTube subscription where you can join and then you can cancel whenever you want. But if you want to sign up, I'd absolutely love that. Let me know if you have any questions. The easiest way to join is also on a desktop, like on your laptop, because YouTube's not the most like user-friendly when it comes to signing up to YouTube memberships on your phone. So if you're struggling, give that a go. Anyway, they are my goals for March. I'm gonna go ahead and also put those habits in my little habit tracker on Notion as well, just so I can like check in with myself each morning and tick them off. I'm gonna take a break from the laptop stuff and go out and actually get my nails done. I've just booked an appointment. I'm gonna get a manicure and pedicure, and I'm gonna get S&S on my fingers. I usually get shellac, but I just want to take better care of my nails. I know Builder Gel is like the best thing to do, which is supposed to really help your nail health, but the place that I'm going to doesn't do that. So I thought I'll try out shellac, and I'm going to get like a nice natural color so they grow out nicely. Because at the moment I've got like really, really old shellac on my fingers and it just looks terrible. So I need to go get that done, and I'm going to get my toes done as well. I think these are my favorite nails I've ever had. I know not everyone loves short nails, but I don't really get on very well with long nails. I just find them really impractical for me, and they just frustrate me. And I do have quite weak nails, but I got ombre and this is what it looks like. It's so, so pretty. So really, really happy with that. I'm just having some lunch now before I get back into everything. This is just like a stir fry with a bunch of veggies, soba noodles, and a teriyaki sauce. It's pretty good actually. I also popped to Chemist Warehouse after I got my nails done because there was like a few things I needed to do. I needed to pick up a prescription for the new month, so I did that. I also went in there because I wanted to get these teeth whitening strips. So I went to the dentist yesterday and he was telling me that these Oral-B ones are apparently really, really good. He was like, don't use any other ones, the Oral-B ones are the best. And this is coming from my dentist. And he said, use them for 10 days straight. And he's like, they're amazing, and only leave them on for 15 minutes. He's like, the reason people have sensitivity is because they leave it on for too long. So Braden and I are gonna give these a go. Then I picked up this stuff, and I've never tried it before. You guys know that I love the Pink Stuff paste. I use it all the time with my electric brush, but I've seen lots of people use this as well. It's the Miracle Cream Cleaner. So it's a bit more of like a surface cleaner. I think people use this to clean surfaces like in their kitchen and their bathroom. So I wanted to give that a go. Then I just got some body wash and some dish liquid. So an exciting delivery just arrived, and I didn't expect this to arrive today. It was actually due to arrive at the start of March, and I'm filming this video on the 22nd of Feb. So I can't quite believe that this has arrived today, but I ordered myself a walking pad like 2 days ago. but I did get it from Amazon, and Amazon's really good at like shipping stuff. I'll link the one that I got down below in case any of you guys are interested in getting a walking pad, but I did a lot of research and this one seemed like pretty good and also really good value. It was like, I think $270 or something. So I'm so excited about this. I'm not sure if I'll set it up today or not, but it's gonna be so good. I can literally just put it under the couch when I'm not using it and then pull it out when I want to stand up and do some work. So I think this is going to be the best thing ever. Okay, so next on my to-do list, I've got some organization and decluttering that I want to do. So I want to go through my wardrobe and not do a massive cull, but I just want to go through and have a think about some things that I can clear out, because I feel like this just makes it a lot easier for my future self. So I don't have to do like one day where I dedicate heaps of time to doing a massive declutter. So I'm just going to try every single month to get rid of like a few pieces at a time. And then I also want to go and just tidy up the pantry, because at the moment it's like quite cluttered. And I think we've outgrown the space a little bit because we've just got so much in there. So I want to try and declutter that and then just tidy everything up. So let's get on with the wardrobe. I literally went through and organized this pantry not very long ago, but I feel like my supplements are kind of taking over. I've been really enjoying them, but I feel like I need a whole shelf dedicated to them. I'm just gonna pull everything out and then go from there. And then this is our second pantry, which I haven't organized in like a year or something. Honestly, it's not too bad. This section's just the messiest, and this section, but all of our spices and stuff are good. And then this just needs a little bit of a tidy up. We've got our alcohol down the bottom, but this space in here is really bothering me because it's kind of like tricky to turn our lazy Susan when we've got all of this clutter here. So I'm gonna do a tidy. I want to continue on this video. I'm going to do some budgeting in a little bit, but yeah, my day just got cut short a little bit yesterday because I had to go and pick my car up from the mechanic because I had a service. So yeah, had to do that. This week has been one of those weeks where I've had like a bunch of random errands to do. So I had to get my pink slip, get my car serviced. I also went to the dentist, and then today we actually had a handyman come in because we needed to get our drains fixed because we've had a few issues with the ones in the bathroom, and he also fixed a broken blind. So it's actually been quite a productive week. Like, we've got a few things done that just were on the list for a while. So sometimes in these monthly reset videos, I want to share with you my current favorites, but I feel like I just filmed them the other day. So honestly, I don't really have a lot of things to share with you. So maybe I'll do that in a future one. I'll just like change it up every single month. Maybe it will be in there, maybe it won't. But one thing that I have been loving is this. And I've talked about K18 before. This isn't sponsored, but if you're wanting to look after your hair, I just wanted to share this with you because I feel like it's really changed the texture of my hair. But what has been a game changer for me personally is that I've actually been using a tiny bit of conditioner in the shower beforehand. And I know that you're technically just meant to use shampoo and not conditioner before using this. And that's what it says on the bottle. But I asked my hairdresser and she told me to maybe try doing that because I noticed that when I was just using shampoo and this, my hair still felt quite dry. And she was like, just use a tiny bit of conditioner and then use this, because I guess the reason why they tell you not to condition your hair is because this won't absorb otherwise. So I've just been doing that and I feel like it's really helped my hair, especially since I got some bleach put in it last time. So that is my one favorite that I have for you guys. Once I finish brushing my hair, I'm gonna pop on a little bit of tan. I wanna have a bit of a pamper night. I might even try out those whitening strips this evening as well, but I'm gonna do that and then I'm gonna marinate in my tan while we do some budgeting. Couple of hours later now, I've had my dinner, I've put my tan on, so I'm just sitting in my tansy, and I'm gonna start doing the budgeting. So if you guys watched my last reset, you will have seen that I recently downloaded a template from Etsy. I'll link the one that I got down below in case you guys want to purchase it. It was really, really affordable. So I'm gonna fill in the February template now and have a look at how much I've been spending, how much I earned, and see if it's on par with what I predicted. So I've written myself a budget for each different expense for the month, and hopefully I've managed to stick to them. So we'll see what I've gone over with and what I've gone under with, and then I'm gonna have a look at my income. I'm gonna keep that private, but I wrote down an expected amount that I predicted I would earn this month for my AdSense, sponsorships, commission, membership, Elements of Presence, and that's pretty much it. So I'm now in the expense tracker and I'm quite literally just gonna go through my bank statements and see how much I've spent. Okay, so I'm finally done with logging in my expenses. I feel like there's gotta be an easier and quicker way of doing this because I literally just sat there logging in every expense from my bank statement, and yeah, that was tedious if I do say so myself. But I did download an app called WeMoney last month, and I've seen some other people use it, and pretty much it connects to your bank account and then it like puts them all into categories for you and lets you know how much you're spending. But I don't know if I'm using it correctly because it's not working it out. I don't know if it's just like delayed or something, but it literally says that I spent $60, which is very untrue. So if you have any tips or any app recommendations, please let me know, because like this is driving me crazy, and I was sitting here thinking to myself, there's got to be an easier way, and if not, I'm no way doing this every single month because it's way too time consuming. But it is really interesting to break down my expenses. I'm glad that I've done it now because I can actually see how much I've spent. And mind you, it's the 23rd today, so we've still got a few more days left of February, so it's kind of made me a bit more aware about my spending habits and made me think, okay, maybe I can like try and save money here. So you guys can see what it looks like right now, and I did go over my budget. So I budgeted that this month I would spend $5,045, and this month definitely was more of an expensive month anyway because I had my car registration and my car insurance due. So I had like a lot of stuff to do for my car, plus I also had a service and had to get some things done to my car. So that definitely added up. As you can see, we went over on our groceries this month, which really does surprise me because I didn't think that we spent that much on our groceries this month. But yeah, clearly I need to budget a little bit more for that. But to be fair, our groceries does also include our cleaning products and things like that, and some months we have to do like a big restock of all that kind of stuff, so it really does vary. For dining out, I've actually underspent, which is really, really good and also kind of surprising. So I budgeted $300 and I ended up spending $243 on coffee, dining out, things like that. For fuel, I'm pretty sure Braden must have paid for it this month because I couldn't see a transaction. So we kind of take it in turns with fuel since we predominantly drive my car. For shopping, I went a little bit over. So I budgeted to spend $200 and I ended up spending $480. And I will say this is because I decided to buy myself a walking pad, which I think will be a really good investment, but that's something that I didn't plan on doing at the start of the month. So I definitely spent a little bit more on things this month than I anticipated. For utilities, I budgeted $250 and so far we've only spent $104 on our utilities, but we'll see if any more bills come out before the end of the month. I also thought that our gas and electricity bills were coming out this month, so I'll need to check on that. For gifts, it was my mum's birthday, so Braden and I went halves in buying her a present. So yeah, it ended up being less than I thought because I forgot that like we always go halves for all of our family's presents. We put that on the joint card. And then for Valentine's Day, Braden and I have never really spent a ton of money on this. We'd prefer to spend the money on going out for like a nice dinner, which is what we did. So I did get him like a little box filled with like all of his favorite snacks and stuff, which he really liked, but I ended up putting that in the groceries category. For home, that was just our rent and that was pretty on par. For work, I budgeted $600 and I ended up spending less than that. So the reason I budgeted $600 is because I paid for another course last month, so I wanted to factor that in. For fitness, this is also less than I expected, so I think I might have another bill coming out soon, so that's under budget. For transport, that was only just under budget. I did quite a lot of trips to the city this month on the train, so I did a lot of train journeys. For entertainment, I definitely went over on this, and I think in my head I was like, oh, entertainment, surely like I'll just be paying for subscriptions, but I forgot about things like activities. So I actually got tickets to go and see Hairspray the musical in February, so I put that in the entertainment category. And then Braden and I also went and did some axe throwing as like part of our Valentine's Day celebration, so I put that in there as well. For insurance, this went a little bit over budget just because I had a few payments overdue. So I recently moved health insurances and I'm back on my family's one, so I had to transfer some money to my dad. Like I said before, my car was definitely going to be a big expense this month, so I budgeted $1,500 and it ended up being $1,737.76. And then finally, I actually created a new category which I didn't budget for because I hadn't created the category last month, and that is finance. So for this category, I spent $322.84, and that's because in that category, I included my accountant fee, and then also I paid for that WeMoney app that I was talking about before. That was just a yearly subscription, so that will be done now, but that's how much I've spent so far in February. Definitely a bit more of an expensive month for me, but it's going to be different every single month. So I've just duplicated that template and I've renamed it to my March budget, and I'm going to write my budget for each category now. So for groceries, I'm thinking $350. For my utilities, I'm going to say $400 just because I'm expecting my electricity and gas to come out, so I'm guessing that will happen. For gifts, we've got quite a few birthdays coming up, so I'm gonna say $250. So as you can see, I've just filled in the rest, and that comes to $4,155. So that's what I'm expecting to spend next month. I don't think we've got anything like big happening in March that I need to factor in. I'm not sure. I don't think we've got like any trips planned or anything like that, but that's what I'm thinking. We'll see how we go. One thing Braden and I actually need to start thinking about is budgeting for a trip to Europe, because we really want to go over at the end of this year, but at the moment we haven't like been putting any money aside for that. So I think I need to sit down with him and set up like another bank account where we can transfer money each week or each month just to go towards that. So that will be an exciting thing to save for. But yeah, I'm really glad that I went through and just like tracked all of my expenses, because I honestly would have no idea if I didn't sit down and do that, and it just makes me a lot more aware about my spending habits. But I'm going to wrap up this monthly reset here because we're going to my family's house now to go and say goodbye to my grandma, because she's going back to England on Saturday, and I won't see her before then because we're actually going down the coast with our friends for the weekend. So I just want to pop round to my family's house and say bye to her. Hopefully it won't be too long till we see her. If we do go over to Europe, I'm sure we'll go to England and we'll visit the family and stuff. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you like about these reset videos, and if there's anything in particular you want me to do moving forward in like future reset videos. And if you have any tips in regards to tracking your expenses, please let me know. I would really appreciate that. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.